Today we're in our kitchen and I'm going to share with you our special recipe for the tomato sauce that we make for our pizzas. I'm sure there are plenty of tomato sauce recipes out there, but there's a couple of things that we do a little bit differently with ours that makes it kind of special. I'll start by washing the tomatoes. I've got 6 kilo of tomatoes because that's about how much fits in our pot. And we pick these up down at the local market from a lady we know there. She is Hmong, and the Hmong people live up in the mountains. So this is a better climate, better situation for growing tomatoes and all kinds of other vegetables. And she has the best selection of the nicest tomatoes that I've been able to find consistently in Thailand. So I slice them up reasonably thick slices and lay them out on trays. We put the tomato slices on trays so that we can put them into the dehydrator. And the reason that we dehydrate our tomatoes, well, we only partly dehydrate them. This reduces the moisture content, which means less time boiling in the pot. And to the tomatoes, I'm adding 500 ml of red wine vinegar. And then I dice up 5 large onions, cutting them up so they're fairly chunky. They don't need to be uniform size or anything like that. And then they go into the wok with some garlic, and we just cook this slowly to caramelize the onions. And while that's busy simmering down, I'm heading out into the garden to collect one more special ingredient that we put in our tropical pizza tomato sauce. And it's just over here. I will add a papaya. I've got to find the right papaya for the mix, because if it's too ripe, it's not so good, and if it's not ripe enough, it's not so good. So just a partially ripe one. And this adds a real nice sweetness to the tomato sauce. There's got to be one around here, but so many. They all look a bit green. I ended up picking 2 papaya because there was one that was maybe a little bit too ripe and another one that was just slightly green, and they were both quite small. So I'll peel them both, and yeah, this one here, it's a little bit more orange than I would have liked it, and the other one is a little bit too green still, but it's not a problem. That just means that I'll cut the green one into slightly smaller chunks so that it'll cook evenly. When the papaya are green, it is quite different. It's quite hard, and the seeds are still white. As the papaya ripens, the seeds mature and turn black. With one that's a little bit ripe, one that's not quite so ripe, it should balance out together nicely. Once the papaya is cut up into chunks, I put it into the pressure cooker and cook it separately. This is important, particularly when we've got green papaya, because it is still quite hard. And cooking it till it's soft just makes the process a lot smoother. And I also add half a cup of raw sugar to it. At times I'll use coconut sugar, but we don't have any at the moment, so raw sugar it is. And this gets added to the pot, and we just boil it slowly until it reduces down enough. And the next step is to blend it. We run it through our blender to make it nice and smooth and nice and consistent, just perfect for adding to a pizza. And once it's blended up, we put it into individual pots that hold just enough for one pizza. So there's another batch of tomato sauce all ready to go on the pizzas. And if you'd like to check out some special tomatoes that we grow in our garden, check out this video next. Thanks very much for watching.